Hey everybody, and welcome. Today we are back over in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, getting ready to take you guys to a very unique dining experience called
Aloha Hawaiian BBQ.
Aloha Hawaiian BBQ. Woo!
With our meal, we got these Hawaiian sun drinks. I got the luau punch. The boys got passion orange. And Jennifer, what did you order?
I got the lilikoi lychee, which is passion fruit and lychee.
And how does it taste?
It's really good. It's like a juice, but it's not like too super sweet. It's like really refreshing.
And mine is kind of like a lighter version of Hawaiian punch. Hawaiian punch is a little too sweet, a little too sugary. This is a lighter sugar, and it's very similar in taste though. Very good.
All right, so I'm so excited because everyone says this is why you come here.
And what is that exactly?
It's spam musubi. So basically, it's like spam sushi. You got your sushi rice, and you got your seaweed, which is nori, and then your spam. So it's like their version of like a ham sandwich, right? That's really good. So you've got like the sticky rice, which I love sticky rice. The boys love it too. And then this is really good. It's not hard or anything. It's not chewy. It's like just perfect. And the spam gives it like a little bit of a saltiness. So like where you would put like soy sauce on sushi or whatever, this is kind of like your soy sauce on there. It's really good.
I'm very excited to try this. Jennifer says it's very good. It looks delicious. I haven't had spam in probably like 25, 30 years plus. So I'm very excited to try spam again. Spam is very popular in Hawaii, if you're not already familiar. It was introduced to the islands during World War II when meat was very scarce because the military was basically utilizing the roads. So transportation and logistics was meat was scarce at that time. And so they had canned meat known as spam that was introduced. And today there are 7 million cans of spam that are sold to Hawaiians on an annual basis. Here we go, first bite. Of course, it brings me right back to being a kid, trying the spam again because it's been so long. There's a lot of rice going on in here, and you got the seaweed, but the saltiness of the spam and that good meaty taste, it's actually very delicious. I want to try some with teriyaki. And there you go, a little dip of the teriyaki. So that brings it to a whole new level. Soaking that teriyaki in the rice, and then again that meatiness, heartiness of the spam. It's a very good combination. I would definitely try this if you come here. Make sure this is on your order because this is a must. All right, next I'm going to try the takoyaki, which inside of the takoyaki you have octopus. So here it is. First bite of takoyaki. So there's some sort of vegetable inside. It's a very good, almost like a really good moist hush puppy. The teriyaki sauce or whatever sauce they're using on the outside is good. There's a lot of vegetable in that flavoring. And then if you're a seafood fan and you love octopus, you're really going to love this. It's got that, they're not shying away on the amount of octopus that's in there. And then again, I like this musubi a little bit more, but this tastes very fresh. And like I said, very vegetable heavy. All right, Jennifer's now going to try some of the takoyaki.
That is very different. It's really good though. I'm trying to think of like what it is. It's kind of like sweet and savory. A little bit. The sauce that's on it is kind of like a soy heavy teriyaki maybe. It's really good. It's like not too salty, but it's got like a little bit of that sweet like a teriyaki does, but it's different from teriyaki. The inside is very creamy. The octopus is cooked perfectly. It's not chewy. It's like just right, and it's not soggy or anything either. The inside is almost like it's almost like a roux that's cooked really well. Was the way that I can describe it, I guess. Kind of like if you were to make your roux before you put the cheese sauce in it, and instead of putting cheese, they would have vegetables in there that are sauteed, so everything's like seasoned really well. But yeah, that's really good.
All right, so I'm gonna now try one of the pot stickers. You can see the inside there. And there is a special sauce for the pot sticker.
The dumpling sauce.
It's a very sweet, but also like almost like a vinegar-based sauce. And there's sesame seeds in there as well. It just says dumpling sauce, but again, it's like an element of sweet, but like a very light vinegar taste on the back end. I love a pot sticker where it's crunchy on the outside, but the inside it has that very moist and chewy texture. And this is precisely what this is. This is a good pot sticker.
Does it taste anything like the ones at Ohana?
Now that you mention it, it's almost like neck to neck with Ohana. And a lot less expensive here than at the ones at Ohana. These are delicious.
So I got the Aloha BBQ combo, and it comes with the barbecue chicken and the barbecue beef, which is their version of bulgogi, and then also the barbecue beef short ribs. Those look really good. I think I'm gonna dig into those first. And it came with 2 scoops of rice and mac salad, but I'm not a mayonnaise person, so I opted for just extra rice. That's really, really good. It's just like the perfect tender and the perfect chewiness and stickiness. And as you can see, like that shininess is the sauce that's cooked in it, and it's got like a really good caramelization on there. Oh, that's so good. Love it. I'm gonna try the beef next. Oh, and it looks like there's some vegetables on the bottom here too. Ooh, my favorite. I love all vegetables, but I love cabbage too. I'm gonna try that. That's really good. It's just perfectly like steamed and everything. That goes really well with all the meat and everything on the rice. I love how they have all the sauces and everything here too, so there's no dip shortage. So you can dip everything, but I don't know, so far everything doesn't really have to have a sauce. I think it just complements. That's really delicious too. I love how everything has like a different type of marinade, but then it goes all together. It's really, really good.
I noticed that as well. Like it contrasts very well.
Yeah.
Even though it's very different tastes that are in our bowls here.
Yeah.
So I got the barbecue and katsu combo. And as you'll see here, it has katsu chicken. Over here it has barbecue chicken. And then it has their barbecue beef, which is kind of like their version of a bulgogi. It comes with 2 scoops of rice, and it comes with macaroni salad. And so I'm going to actually try the macaroni salad first. First bite. You know, there's a lot of macaroni salads I don't like. And I don't know what it is, but there's something about like the peppers that they put in some macaroni salad. This does not have that. This macaroni salad is very sweet. It's definitely a different version of macaroni salads than I'm used to, but I like it. In fact, I really like it. Usually, if I have the choice between the macaroni salad or potato salad, I'm going for the potato salad. But in this instance, I would definitely try this because the flavoring is just so different. It's almost a savory macaroni salad. It's heavy on the mayonnaise. And Jennifer doesn't like mayonnaise, so she would not like this. But if you like mayonnaise, like I love mayonnaise, you would love it. The boys both got barbecue chicken. Theirs came with vegetables, theirs came with macaroni salad, and it came with rice as well. Now I'm gonna try the katsu, and I'm just gonna take my hand here and bypass the fork. There is a dip that goes along with it. So here's the katsu.
And this is their version of like a fried chicken cutlet.
My mind almost goes towards like a peanut butter, like when I'm eating this. That's the best way to describe it. It's got like almost like a peanut buttery taste, a very light version of it, but it pairs very well with the chicken. Whatever the sauce is, the sauce really makes it. But it's also a good panko breading. Now I'm gonna try the beef. You can see it's well marinated here. First bite, here we go. So that's like a teriyaki barbecue. At Costco, there's a very good Korean barbecue beef jerky that this tastes very similar to. This is way better, but I like this actually more than the katsu, and the katsu is very good. All right, I got a little bit of rice, a little bit of barbecue chicken. There's also a yum sauce that they do provide as well, but I'm gonna try it just by itself, see how it tastes. So, out of all these, the beef is my favorite. Second favorite is the barbecue chicken, and then third is a katsu. The rice is good. It's like a sticky rice, and I am a big fan of Aloha Hawaiian BBQ. This is a delicious meal.
I'm gonna try a piece of this without sauce.
You're gonna love it.
That's really good too. So this is like a chicken thigh that is like patted out, kind of like a cutlet. I like that. It's very, very good. I could see like eating this on the beach, you know, and it not being like too heavy or anything like that. It's just like very protein, lots of protein. Yum. We'll try some of this rice. So that's a good sticky rice. The boys and I love that. Like if we ever order like Asian food and they have sticky rice, we always have to get it. So this is one of the mini sauces that we got, and it smells really good already.
And the sauces are included, by the way.
Yeah. I think that this is like maybe their version of barbecue. This is the way it smells. It's nice and light, and it doesn't take away from the flavor of the meat and everything in the grill, and when it's already marinated in, it's just like an extra on top of there. Yum.
So my Aunt Melissa gave me this fork and said there may be a special moment when I need it. And I think I need it today, because that macaroni salad is so good.
Where have you been keeping that? In your pocket?
Yeah, I've had it all along, waiting for an opportunity like today. Today's the day with that macaroni salad.
Henry, you okay over there? Gentry?
Yeah, he's okay. He's actually the one that reminded me about it.
Oh,
And he
he
said,
knew
hey, you
about-
need to
you
take
were
it
in
on
on
Gentry's
this.
plate. For dessert, we got two different desserts here. We got what is called a pineapple delight, and then over here we have some ube cookies. If you're not familiar with ube is basically it's a purple yam from the Philippines. Boys, thumbs up if the cookie's good. Yeah? Thumbs up, thumbs down? You like it? All right. Jennifer's gonna try the ube cookie. Look at all that purple that's in there. I've never had a sweet potato cookie, so I'm just in my mind thinking of a purple yam cookie and how that pairs. Maybe like a pumpkin cookie.
It has like a light sweet to it, and I don't know. These need like to dip in like some like hot tea or something like that would be good, or some hot chocolate. That would be really good. They're kind of like a little bit drier, kind of like a crinkle cookie, but it tastes good.
All right, so I'm gonna try the ube crinkle cookie. So it's a crinkle cookie is what it says. Here we go. It's very unique. I don't know how to describe this. And you got a lot of the powdered sugar, of course, in the bite. It's not bad. It's just unique. And I don't know how to describe it.
Your mind almost wants to tell you that it's blueberry, but it's like, if it was, it'd be a very, very hint, like a very, very slight hint. Like that sweetness of a blueberry, but like not blueberry.
I think because our mind always, our taste buds always enjoy things that are familiar to us. This is such a foreign type of, I've never had an ube anything. I know that we were at a restaurant in Florida that had ube pies, but they were out of them that day, so we didn't get one. I don't think I've ever had ube until today. And so I think my brain's just trying to register, what does this taste like? And it doesn't taste like anything familiar because we've never had ube before. But it's not bad by any means. I'm going to definitely finish this cookie, and I would try it again. It's not probably the top of the line best cookie I've ever had, but it's not bad. So you can see the sponginess on the outside here. I did ask, and these are not made on site. These are outsourced by somebody else. So I don't see any pineapple chunks in here, but definitely smells like a pineapple sponge cake is what it tastes, what it smells like to me. But let's taste it. Here we go.
And they just started selling these recently.
I'm not a fan of that. Ube cookie is pretty decent, but I don't know. I don't like that. It's very pineapple-y, but there's no like pineapple chunks in it. It's just like the pineapple flavoring. Kind of like almost like a dum-dum sucker is the flavoring that I get.
Like the juice maybe or something?
No, like the artificial dum-dum sucker. Remember those?
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer's gonna try it out here.
The whipped topping, so instead of icing, it's whipped topping, so I appreciate that because I'm not an icing person. But yeah, it's okay. It would be really good if it had like a little bit of like more tart, like the and some pineapple chunks in there. Because it's a moist cake. It's just yeah.
It's missing something.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that was Aloha Hawaiian BBQ. Henry, what'd you think about your meal, buddy?
I liked it. It was really good, and my favorite thing was the chicken, the rice, and also the wonton.
The pot stickers. All right, and Gentry.
Same as what Henry said. I just really liked everything, and I would definitely come here again.
Right, and Jennifer.
Same here. I would definitely come here again as well. I'd probably get a mini meal next time because I could definitely not finish my meal. There was a lot of food there. It was a lot of protein and everything, which was really, really good. And I enjoyed the vegetables as well and the sticky rice. I enjoyed pretty much everything here. The only thing that I would say, like if you were kind of ranking everything, the desserts were not my favorite, but everything else I really, really enjoyed, especially the Hawaiian drinks. Yeah, those are really good. They're not like super sweet or anything, and it's like just enough like refreshing, so I really enjoyed that as well. But yeah, definitely come here.
And I have to agree with everything that everybody else has said. When it comes to my meal, the thing that I actually, so it's barbecue chicken and katsu that just so happens to come with barbecue beef. My favorite thing out of the entire meal was the barbecue beef. Also, macaroni salad. Macaroni salad's not something I typically crave or enjoy, but that was good macaroni salad. And I think it was supposed to be cold, but then the more I was eating it, it was kind of warm. But again, it was piled underneath like all the warm meat. One thing that I did not really care for was the pineapple cake. But with that in mind, it's outsourced. It's not even made in-house. That was just not good. It tasted, again, like an artificial dum-dum sucker. But everything else made up for it. And you're not going to leave here hungry, that's for sure. And not a bad price. When you look at our final bill, keep in mind that we got 3 appetizers. And so that's 3 appetizers, 3 meals, 3 of the Hawaiian Suns. And so, and on a separate bill, a separate tab, we got the cookies, which the cookies were $4.95, and the pineapple cake was also $4.95. So not a bad price at all. Don't forget, guys, to get your Shady Rays. The boys have the rival shift. Jennifer, what version are you wearing today?
I have on a lure today.
And I am wearing the Ace. By the way, the Ace is very light. If you look at the legs of the sunglasses here, they're a lot smaller than a lot of other Shady Ray sunglasses that I've worn through the years. These are incredibly light. Guys, we thank you for joining us over here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at Aloha Hawaiian BBQ. We sure to look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Every Day is Saturday.
We won't ever come down low. Feeling the sun on my face in Hawaii.